Hello everybody and welcome back to Silverrun Forest. So we're going to start this episode by rectifying what I think may have been a mistake with the horses. So if we go to this trigger here and go in, we have got, 5 different types of horses in here, which they don't all match. Sorry, 4 different types of horses. I think we're best sticking with maybe 1, if not 2, because we can only hold 9 horses in here, and we've already got 6. So breeding wise, is no good. Obviously, we've got no grey mares, so that grey stallion is a waste at the minute. We have no we've got the chestnut stallions, which are very, very good, Ben and Ranger. So Ben is probably. Ooh, Ranger's the best, and what's good about Ranger is why is he a lot cheaper? That's interesting. So we're definitely going to keep the chestnuts, and then we've got the bay, which is very good and very high. So's the dun, and Orson the grey stallion. So we are. Orson is going to be sold, so let's sell him. So we're getting £2,000 back, and we now need to just decide what we're going to do with Oreo and Verona, because they are both the same, similar sort of age. So I think if we go with the bay and the chestnuts, nigh on look the same. The Verona is different, so I think let's go and right. We're just going to sell both. I think Oreo, Verona. Let's sell you. And then that should mean... Why didn't that... Oh, I just sold. Oh, I think I've just sold me mare. My chestnut... Oh, no. Sell selected. Oh, have I just made a very, very big mistake? Chestnut... Uh-oh. Oh dear. Right, we'll have to go. We need to get 1 mare in at least, don't we? So let's buy selected, which is 1 animal, 300. Oh, we're paying a delivery fee of £600. Oh, that hasn't worked out very well for us at all. Oh dear. Right, let's skip through and find our tractor. We now need to go get the windrower, and we can look at getting this field windrowed and baled, and then we need to try sell some products, because I'd then like to go get a cultivator, and if we have chance, get our field drilled, because we're going to have to put that into oats so that we have all the food that we possibly need for our horses. done too bad a job going around with that. It's taken a lot longer, but I don't believe we need really anything bigger for this field, especially if we're just going to be doing grass every now and again, just to make sure we've got enough hay for the horses and the sheep. It'd be a waste of money buying anything bigger. But no, I do like that. It's a lovely little windrow, that is for certain. And then these odd little bits there, I can just go through with the baler and pick them up. So my thinking is, we can either go and sell a load of stuff now, before we go and have a look at what else we may need to buy, or we can go take a little loan out, which means that we can carry on trying to get as much field work done as possible. So we'll just drop this in here and I will show you what I'm thinking, because our new field that we've bought, we haven't done anything with it yet, and that we can either look at getting a small direct drill, or we can look at cultivating it. But we need to, or I believe we need to put oats into there, and then that can all go towards the feed for our horses. So let's drop the front loader off and let's just have a look. So if we were to go seeders, we could go for one of these, which would be a very, very cheap way to do it. 5.2 meters. Why is that one? Why are they the same price, but one's bigger and one's smaller? That's interesting. We do have in the base game, there is a 4 meter, this one, 4 meter, which we should be able to pull that. There is also this Pottinger, which this has just come out in one of the latest, did it come out in the latest patch? Can't remember, but that's a new bit of equipment to the game. So I'm thinking that's 200 horsepower and it's 5 meters. We are, if we go small, no, we're not small tractor, are we? We're medium tractor. We are 190 horsepower, so only 10 horsepower down. And we get an extra, where are we looking? We get an extra metre and 9 miles an hour working speed. Ooh, that's 11. And it's half the price. Do we bite the bullet and just see whether we can get it done with this? If we were to lease, we don't have enough money. And how big is said field? .28 acres. Because my other thought is, if we take out a big enough loan, we know we're going to cover the costs fair. Well, we're going to be all right money wise. We don't need to worry about that. My other thought was, do we just go and get either the JCB, or we can go get 5,000 horsepower. This goes up to. That's huge. So that's 200. Look, 5,000 horsepower. I don't think we need 303 maybe, and then winch. This thing's got like everything on it. Do they do the Black Beauty design? Forestry, colossal camouflage, fall camouflage. Whoa, that's not very nice. Crow. Oh, right, I'm getting sidetracked. I don't think I'd go for that one. If we go large tractors and go for, where is it? That's a nice old one. I'm seriously getting sidetracked. If we go for the fence, the 900, or there's the 1,000. Where's the base game one? The 1,000. If we go full on that, that's 517 horsepower. And then Black Beauty is where I'd want to go. Design line, yes. Isaiah Pro, yes. Rim colour, they would have to be black, I would have said. So that's 440, well, let's just say 450 when we include a drill. I think we just go nuts and buy that. So, what is the biggest loan we can do? Take a loan. I think let's go 650 paid over 10 years. Oh, we've got a good interest rate here. Oh, we can get a max of 800. So let's take that to 700. $700 over 10 years. Let's take the loan. Now let's go back into the shop. Large tractors. Let's. Oh, but now I'm thinking, do I go for no? But I've got to stick with what we're going. We can go even bigger if we wanted to. Right. This one. We'll go base game. Yes, wheel setup, wheel weights, wide tyres, wheeled weights. Yes, yes, yes. Room colours, black, yes. That's an absolute beast of a machine. So let's buy that. Yes, please. So that leaves us with 251,000. Let's go seeders. We don't need to buy a seeder now. We can just buy the drill. So that's a 9-metre drill. I think that's. I wish that one would do fertiliser as well. I love that drill, but I just wish it would do fertiliser. I think let's go for this one. Let's lease. And then we need some seeds. We'll do. Oh no, we don't need some seed because we have seed at the other farm. So consumables. We will get some solid fertiliser though. Let's get 2 bags of that. Buy. Yes, please. We'll have to put this back on, although we've just taken it off. Ooh. Like so. Ooh, wrong button. We are going to keep this tractor for now. There's no point getting rid of it because it's obviously got our front loader on. So it'd be foolish to get rid. So if we... Now, I think it was only in the previous episode we put all this stuff up there. We're now going to have to go and get it all down. So we may not need to get the solid fertiliser down, but we definitely want to get the seed down. Because that's why I didn't buy any just then. So let's pull this down. And then that is ready to unload when we come over here with our new tractor and with the rented drill. Look at that for a bit. Look at the exhaust on it. This is going to be awesome. And I'm not worried about money. Obviously, we're not going to be paying it all back this episode. Well, this episode and or the next episode, but we will do very, very, very quickly. Purely because we're making sort of 300,000 an episode when we sell. And we now also have shingles and chairs and tables, which are also now to sell, so we've got more and more products. So let's just pull into here. Will that reach getting... Right, let's load that up. In my haste to be on, I forgot to go get our fertiliser, which is which is at the store. So we'll nip back to the store quickly, load up with that fertiliser, and I will see you at our field that's going to be oats. And here we are. That is a lovely view looking across over there with that. Has it got the God rays coming through, or is it just the time of the afternoon? That is lovely though. I do really, really like that. So let's pull onto here. We will get our steering assist. Really? 3? I don't mind doing 2. But 3, I think 3 is a bit much. I've just seen that there's a new mod for the steering assist. I think it's called the GPS mod, where you can now, which is when I was first started Star Airways, I was doing it without GPS, and I did have to say that we should really buy it because it's an older, you're working with older equipment. I think that's a brilliant thing to add in. I think it's £15,000 if you're to add it. So that is definitely something that I'll be implementing in future series. So I was just looking and hoping, there's a grass triangle just in front of us, and I was hoping you could buy that individually, but unfortunately you can't. You have to buy the big field there, which that is full of sorghum, which the sorghum should be ready to harvest in the next month or two. So whilst we've got money in the bank, do we put money into fields, or do we maybe look at getting ourselves a combine? We've also got the cotton harvester, that one we're getting at some point, so it's, I think we may very well just hold off. Obviously we've got the loan to pay back, which that shouldn't take too long to do, but this is very, very slow, this drill. I've realised that. It's I would have thought it would have been a bit quicker than what it is. We've just missed a bit there. Yeah, 7 miles an hour. We've got the power for it. It's just the speed it takes. Oh, he still drops, yes. So what I may do is I may look at putting this now onto a worker, if a worker will do it. So if we just stop there and go, hold it down, AI worker. The only annoying thing is I haven't done 3 headlands, so they will probably want to go do a headland. Do we need to top this up? Okay, that's only taken a little amount, and let's go to here. So whilst we've got this is still out, we'll have to get the baler onto it, because that's the next job. For all this hay, we'll probably bale and then put a bale or two into the trigger for our horses, because they will be getting a bit hungry. They won't be eating as much as what they would have been doing. Obviously selling quite a few of them. And is there a strip? No, that's just where the grass has been cut, so that's alright. So if we turn that on and lower that down, we can get this baled. It shouldn't take too much, and I'm hoping, are we on the biggest bale size? Where are we looking? Bale size 240, yes, the biggest bales. So very much, I would like to know, anyone who's watching, are you enjoying watching the series? Is it something that you want me to carry on with? I'm definitely carrying on, just so everyone's aware, until I've done the roller coaster and made at least one boat. That was being the whole goal for me of this series, because I never did it in 22, and since coming 25, I much prefer 25 over 22. I know that could be something that's up for a huge debate with a lot of people. just something as simple as the AI workers being so much better than what they were in 22. Obviously, I know 22 they were so much better than what they were in previous games, although I never went on them. So I'm interested to know what people think. Obviously, I'm trying to just mix it up ever so slightly, doing the lights of the horses and whatnot. I honestly think this will be the one and only time that I will do them, but it makes sense considering we've got the sheep for wool and they're obviously eating grass and hay, so we might as well get the horses and then we're making the most of it. I did toy with going with pigs, but then we need more and more arable, and you need more and more sort of products and different things, so horses seem to be the most logical thing to do. I don't know whether we should buy more land, but I know one thing that I am keen to get is the paper factory. As and when that opportunity arises, that would be brilliant. The only thing we've got to remember is this loan is fairly big. But I can see that if we get this baled, after baling this, our worker, I'm hoping, should be done in that field. I don't think we'll bother rolling that one because time's getting on in this episode, and I want to make sure we've got enough time in the next episode that we can load everything up and get everything sold before we move on, just so that I know that we can make a special, is it a special redemption do they call it, of where I can pay a chunk of the loan off and start getting rid of that as quickly as possible, and then hopefully go and sort the paper mill out. Final 2 bales to put here. I just hope the horses don't destroy me bales with them being so close. I've put them there because if we go into construction, it could be, will it be containers or tools? There should be a shed, tiny workshop. There should be a shed in here somewhere of where we can, that's not it, well, we could put tools inside of it. I've never used it before, so I don't know exactly where I'm meant to be looking, is the honest truth. I don't think it's any of these because I can't see it being that expensive. Unless if we go shed, would it be one of these? I can't see it being a lot of money. Is there anything? No. Unless you don't know. What's this one? It can't be that. That must be far too big. Let's have a look in this side. Yeah, no, not that. It won't be under factories, will it? No. What about fencing, lights, other decoration? I'll have to try and have a look to see, is it this one? I don't know, to be fair. I know you can definitely get one. It's just, where is it? What I do want, though, is sheds. I would like to get a proper bale star. I know that's the one you get base game. I think we did try look at getting this before. That may actually fit if we went something like that. That may fit quite nicely there. We've also got this shed. Oh, we've already, that's the one we've got on Oak Bridge Farm. I think it's definitely this one we need, or we would like. And we can put this right up against the track, like so. And then that would be a nice place to store bales, because we also need to think about getting a silo for the oats as well. But to do that, if we just have a look at what footprints, we've got some stones to take out there. So it's only stones, that tree, these trees there. So do we have spray paint? No, we don't, because I don't really want to cut these down by hand and then have to process them. So I have it down as that tree, that stone, and that tree, and then we should be able to get our bale storage shed in here, which is perfect and ideal because this is where the bales will be going to. And then maybe look at getting a silo. If we go back onto here, sheds, silos, we'll only need a small one, 20,000 litres. So if we had our food store there, well, bale store there I should say, and then we could put that, quite possibly, we could even put it on the angle like so. We'd want to just make sure it's out at reach at trigger so we're not pouring in all the time. Then 20,000 litres of oat should be more than ample, because then what we will be doing is I will bring the Massey Ferguson trailer that's at the top yard up there. We'll bring that down here, and that can live down here from now on. But right, let's flick through to, well, that's perfect timing, isn't it? Has he done the whole field? We better just double check this. He has done, brilliant. Well, with that timing done, we'll take this back to, we'll take the drill and that to the bottom farm, to, what should we call it? Lakeview? Don't know. But if we take this down to that farm there, we can empty out there so that we're not just leaving seed and fertiliser everywhere. That can then go into storage. Ooh, look at the fertiliser, we almost ran out there. That can all go into storage at the top, and I'm sure we will find plenty of jobs for this Fendt. Because what I am just thinking off the top of my head, there's the big chipper that I'm very interested in getting. So if we empty that out there, and let's go on to vehicles, let's go all the way down to where is forestry, and then if we go wood chippers, so we've got them where they're just ridiculous amount of money, but obviously you've got your crane to feed into them. I am hoping that this one, so that will get 16,000 litres in. That one's got no storage. Why does that one require more horsepower than that one? Interesting. So that's what I was thinking about getting. Then we can use the crane to then start craning timber into here. The other thing we could do is with this one, obviously it's got a crane, but you'd need a trailer next to it. So I think let's buy that. We're going for it. This is what we're going for. We can now return this. Return. I'm going to take this to pick up our new chipper, and we're going to take this into our bit of forestry in there, and we are in the next episode going to start chipping, because it's, I think, is it December or January, wood chips are the most valuable. So in the next month we are going to have to go get our big trailer, but considering it's at the mine already, we'll get that filled up, get that taken to the iron furnace, then we can bring it back and we can start chipping everything into there, and we should be making a fair amount of money. And I've wanted to use this for a long time, because was it this one that I tried to do in the previous episode and it failed? Why is that arm up so high? That's interesting. So there should be, we might as well have a look whilst we're here. Let's go find a pile of timber. Where's a big pile so we don't have to move very far? So the likes of here. We want to reverse this in somewhere half decent. I think let's go over here. Like so. And then if we unfold that, like so, we just need a trailer to pull alongside, and then we can get chipping. But in the meantime, I'm going to leave that as it is, and thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the video, and I do hope to see you again in the next one. Bye for now.